Good morning, traders. Welcome to this week's ELLIOTTWAVE Forex and Cryptocurrency Market Analysis webinar. I hope you all had a great week. We have just closed the month of September and we are noticing very interesting major signs of reversals in some of the major currencies. We will be going through that in a bit. The most interesting one that we'll be looking at is a pound US dollar. Have we reached the end of the move as far as the DXY is concerned? Is the US dollar rally to the upside complete? And is the downside on the euro US dollar complete? More on that as we start with the analysis for this week. As usual, what we do is we look at how we forecasted the market in the last week, how the market played out, and the outlook going into the new week. We will do that, but before we get started with that, you can check us out on our YouTube channel. You can check our contact details on any of our under the description of all of our videos. If you just click any of our videos, go under the description, you will find our contact details as well as the links to our social media pages. So that's my YouTube channel there. So if you look at the description, those are the contact details, those are the mobile numbers. You can reach us through via Telegram or WhatsApp, and you can also follow us on Telegram. TradingView link, our website is the one that I had displayed shortly. This is the trading-waves.com. That's our website, as well as our social media platforms, Twitter and Facebook. That's where you can follow us. Talking about the contact details, our last course for the year is in the first week of November. If you're interested in the course, you can purchase or book your space on our website. Okay, so website trading-waves.com. So as soon as you join, you get a fully recorded course, so you can start watching that course even before we get the live one in September. The live course is 10 days live that we go through looking at the basics and advanced principles of the Elliott wave theory. All right, so that's what we're going to be looking at. So let's get right into it now. We're going to get started with the market recap. So let's start with the market recap. We use Slack for communication with our members. So I'm going to be going through the recaps of what we looked at in the last couple of days, and then we're going to start with the market analysis going into the new week. So let's start with some of these charts. I've already got the links opened up here, so I'm just going to go through to the links here so you can see what have we forecasted the market and how the market played out. So this was the euro yen pair where we were forecasting upside here. If you look here, this was on the 28th of September. It's a very, so this is the trade from just the last week. And let's just have a look at how this one played out. So if you look at this one, has already made 411 pips. Is this a three-wave move or is it still going to continue? We're going to look at that when we get started shortly. So that was euro yen, and then we've got euro CAD. Look at that simple blue box setup on the euro CAD, and this is just in the last. This was from the 5th of September. So let's have a look at how this one has played out. So from the 5th of September, that's about a 3-week move here. 581 pips does go up correctively, but it's easy 581 pips there. Platinum was an easy one. We picked it right at the top where we were looking for this one to drop from around this level and just to give us this move. So that was a simple analysis there. All the indications and the indicator was showing us that that's going to be the reversal. As you can see, from 938, we dropped over 100 around $100 as far as platinum is concerned. So as you can see here, we still have got a pullback here in 3 waves. That tells you that we're still expecting continuation to the downside on the platinum. Then we've got US dollar. This is the Brent crude oil. So Brent crude oil was a simple chart here. I showed you this one last week as well. So this was a simple 3-wave structure here where we were expecting this one to drop, a simple expanding flat in ABC, green degree. If you can look at that, that's A, B, that's C, and we're simply looking for this one to drop. It was an easy one there to pick up. So that is Brent crude oil. As you can see, we've already dropped 216 points from 106. We're now currently at about 85, 86. Okay, we're still expecting more downside on the Brent crude oil. Let's have a look at more. Bitcoin, as you can see, it has made a very interesting structure here. So we were looking at this to have made a 3 waves up, a 3 waves back, and another 3 waves up to make that wave 4. So let's just show that the wave 4. So that wave 4, as you can see, had a 3-wave structure here, had a 3-wave structure there, had a 3-wave structure there, giving us this WXY corrective structure in the green degree. So this is a W for the first 3 waves, and the X for the second 3 waves, and the Y for the last 3 waves. Then we're expecting this drop. As you've already seen in the market, Bitcoin has already dropped from that level, has dropped to over $5,000. We've already dropped $1,000 on Bitcoin. Similarly, Ethereum was a no-brainer because we're expecting Bitcoin to drop. It was no surprise that we see Ethereum having a similar move in that green degree. Let's have a look at that. So that was WXY, and we're expecting a drop here on Ethereum. As you've already seen in the market, this is how Ethereum has dropped. So you can see we're already even out of the screen here because that was quite a big move on Ethereum. It was $665. Okay, so $665 on Ethereum. So that's how we looked at the market in the last week. Now, what is the outlook going into the new week? As I've indicated in the beginning, we are seeing some major reversals, and some of the moves have already reversed by over 1,000, 5,800 pips. So we're seeing this monthly reversal. So let's have a look and let's go through it and see what the outlook is going into the new week. All right, so let's have a look at the DXY. I'm on the 4-hour chart. If you look at the DXY 4-hour chart, you'll see that we've got what looks like a pullback, and this pullback, we've got a similar thing on the Euro US dollar. Okay, so you can see that we've got that pullback on Euro US dollar. Now, is this the reversal on Euro US dollar, and is that the end of the move as far as the DXY is concerned, right? All right, so those are the two questions that we're looking at. Have we reached the end of the move on the DXY, or have we reached the end of the move on Euro US dollar? But that's not where I want us to focus on today. So I want us to have specific focus on pound US dollar, because this could be giving us direction for the next couple of months. So if you look at pound US dollar, I want to show you a very interesting structure here, and I'm going to go to the monthly chart. And I hardly show you guys the monthly chart, but these are the charts that are telling. Once you know the direction on the monthly chart, you should be able to know the direction for the next couple of weeks or days. But as I keep saying, it's one thing to know the direction, it's another to actually trade it. Now, if you look at pound US dollar on the monthly chart, where we are now with the pound, okay, we're currently at 1160, and the level that pound US dollar touched this last week, the last time that pound touched that level was way back in 1986, 85. How interesting in that is that just last week, we touched the level on pound US dollar that was only visited over 30 years ago. Okay. Now, very interesting that as soon as we touched that level, we started making a bounce. Those who trade support and resistance will be thinking that this is a major support zone. This is a major support zone. That's why we're looking for this. They were looking for this one to start reversing. So even support and resistance traders should have got this move. We've already reversed by about 400 to 600 pips from that level. So as you can see, that level was way back in 1986. Now, as far as wave theory is concerned, we are not seeing that as a major support level or anything like that. We are seeing a structure. Okay, what structure are we seeing? We are seeing a very simple structure here where we're looking at this to be a move to the upside. Let's just show you that. Just want to draw that cleanly. Okay, so let's draw that structure. So that structure, what we're seeing here is this. All right, so that's the move to the upside. So after that move, way back in 1986, we saw a move coming down here. We saw a 3-wave structure going up here, and we saw another 3-wave structure coming down here as follows. That's the move. All right, so that's what we have on pound US dollar. So what is the next move here? We are seeing that purple degree as a complex B correction. So what is the next thing to expect? There's a possibility that we could be in for thousands and thousands of pips to the upside. But the question is, has that move confirmed as yet? Because you don't just come to this level and start reversing just like that. There must be a confirmation around this area. Now, if we get that, so that is the structure that we're going to be looking at, and we would have this one as this complex B correction, and your simple structure here on the monthly will be this A move, will be this B move, and will be this C move. Are we ready for this? How many pips is that? So you can just check, you can just imagine how many that is. We've just dropped 3,000 pips in the last couple of days. So this is over 10,000 pips. Are we ready for the next couple of months for pound to reverse? We're waiting for that reversal. Now, if I just drill closer to what we have been trading, if you remember, we have been trading this structure, and we've traded about 3,000 pips to up to where we are here currently. I've been showing you how we traded the pound, and I think last week I referred you to the previous videos where we were looking for this to drop. Okay, from 2020 we've been looking for pound to drop to this level, and that move was about 3,000 pips on pound. Now we were just looking for that to complete this structure here. That's so you can, if we look at that, that's about 3,800 pips that we've been trading, and I've shown you exactly where to get that video. If you watch last week's video, you can go and get that reference. So that's why we've been looking for this one. That's why we've been trading this one to the downside for the last 3 years. Now there is a potential for this 10,000 pips. Obviously, we don't trade that in one go. We take one move at a time, and that is confirmed by the indicator that we use. So that is the structure, and those are the possibilities as far as pound US dollar is concerned. All right. All right, so I want you to look at something very interesting here. I want to go to our website and show you the chart that we've got on our website. So this is on Euro US dollar pairs. Now have a look at this chart that we posted March of this year. That is the last move, that last corrective structure that I was referring to, 1, 2, 3, where we looked for this 3,800 pips that we've already dropped to get down up to this level. What level is that? Very close to about 1. We were very close to parity as far as pound US dollar is concerned. And now if you've looked at the market, you will see that we've already pushed up by about 400 pips to this level. Okay, is it time for this to now give us the move to the upside, or are we still going to get this pullback? So this is where we are. We could be getting this one to come here at this level, drop one more or upside, or we are ready for this move to go to the upside. But either way, this is quite a significant move, which is over 4,000, 6,000 pips as well. So that we will be looking to trade. So we're already here. We just need to see if we're going to get confirmation for the move to the upside. Now, if that is the case, as far as pound US dollar is concerned, what is happening with Euro US dollar? Let's have a look at Euro US dollar. We've got a pullback in 3 waves. Is this a reversal similar to what we're expecting with pound US dollar? The likely thing that will happen here as far as the euro is concerned is we've gone up in what looks like 3 waves. We could get another move here, pulling back here, and a move to the upside, and we start continuing for one more down before we start pushing to the upside. Similarly with the DXY, we'll expect that we may get what looks like a bit of a pullback here, like that, 3 waves moves, one more up before we start the big drop. And that big drop will be related to the big upside that we're expecting on pound US dollar. Pound US dollar, as we indicated, we've already gone up in 3 waves. We could still see continuation to the upside. Will it just make a 3 waves, or it can make a double correction here, 1, 2, 3 as well, and then we drop? So let's just wait for a bit more data here on pound US dollar. US dollar CAD, obviously, if we're expecting the US dollar to start showing weakness, at some point we should start seeing US dollar CAD starting to show signs of reversal. So we're still going to expect continuation to the upside until we start seeing what looks like a pullback here, one more up before the drop. But don't worry so much about all the next moves here. So just worry about the next move here. We could have a slight move to the upside and then a pullback as far as US dollar CAD is concerned. US dollar chief, similarly, we'll be expecting that we have a bit of a continuation to the upside here, bit of a move here, one more drop, one more, or not one more drop. So we have here a pullback, a move to around this level, and then we start getting the expected reversal. So far, the reversal hasn't confirmed yet, so we'll have to watch for that. All right, so as far as Audi US dollar is concerned, we're seeing what looks like a structure building up here. We've got 1, 2, a pulsing move up, 3 waves back. We could touch here, make a move back here, one more down here before we start making the bigger reversal here. So it's very important at this level to sit on your hands and wait for confirmation. We've already made a big reversal. So you'll see with the pound and the euro pairs, as we go to the euro pairs, that we've already made a major reversal moves on the monthlies. I will show you that when we get to the euros and the pounds. Right, so New Zealand will be similar to Audi. As you can see, still pretty much bearish. Even if we do get this one tagging here, let's just show you here. So this is a very small structure. It's a 1, 2, 3 wave structure. We want to see here tagging this level here. Is it just going to take this, make a move here, and make a 3-wave structure here? Let's keep an eye on that. So there's no new trade on this one. As you can see, there's no major pullback, right? Then we've got US dollar ZAR. We should see this taking the top here. If we're going to make another move upside to the upside, we can get one pullback and a push to the upside before we start getting a bigger corrective structure, a bigger reversal on US dollar ZAR. All right, so let's continue to the yen pairs. Let's have a look at US dollar yen. US dollar yen usually goes with the DXY. So if this is the case, we're going to have this one. It's making what looks like a 3-wave pullback. We are going to see another leg to the upside here as far as US dollar yen is concerned. We've already made this 3-wave pullback that we were trading 1, 2, 3. So after that, as you can see, we've made a move to the upside. Wait for this one to give you a corrective structure and a bounce to the upside. Could be the last bounce here before we start seeing a bigger reversal on US dollar yen. All right, so pound US dollar, not pound US dollar, pound yen. That's the expectation on US dollar yen, pound yen. Let's have a look. Pound yen, let's have a look at the bigger structure here. Pretty much interesting here on pound yen. If you look at the daily chart, it looks like we've made a 3-wave pullback. Are we going to see this one give us 1, 2? We've seen the 3 here. We're seeing a bounce here on pound yen. We've already seen an impulse here. So expect what could be a pullback. We move to the upside before we get a bigger reversal. So that's what we're looking at on pound yen, euro yen. No new trade setup. So euro yen, what we have here is a 3-wave pullback, 1, 2, 3, makes another move to the upside, 1, 2, 3. We could get this one coming down here for one leg down, one more up before we start dropping, because then we would have made this corrective structure. Let's watch the euro. So that is the structure that we'll be looking at on the euro. If we don't get this one to the downside, so that means that this will have been all the correction, and we'll be seeing this one making 1, 2, 3 here to the upside. We need to wait for more data. There are no new trade setups on those. Chief yen, very interesting. We made what looks like a reversal. We could be getting a 3-wave pullback here. So if you remember Chief yen, we had a setup as follows. I think I showed that setup last week. So we had a setup where we were looking for this one. I think this is still on our chart of the week. So we had this one on our chart of the week last week, where we expected this one to make a move to the upside. Did not sustain the move. We got up to this level and then we dropped. So we just got this move here. Our chart of the week was that move. So we only got this pips to the upside. So that was about 300 pips to the upside. And then we got the reversal. Now, it looks like we've got a 3-wave pullback here. Expect that to be a 3-wave structure, a move down here before we get any move to the upside. So that's what a move down, 3 waves up, we could be getting this move here. Getting this structure, let me not make it a mess here. Let me just try to draw it cleanly. So we've got here as an A, you've got B here in 3 waves. So we'll be looking for that to simply come down here, give you a C, and move to the upside. So that's your B there, ABC, after we've pushed up here from the chart of the week. 300 pips there, we made a pullback like that. So likely that in the coming week, Chief yen pulls back in this fashion, and then we get one more up to the upside. So if this does not give you a bounce here, there's a possibility that this is also in for a thousands or a couple of hundreds of pips to the downside as well. Right, so New Zealand and Audi yen, these have not given any pullbacks, just looking bearish to the downside. Let me just go to the daily here. So as you can see with this, there's a likelihood that this is just gonna spend some time here, bounces around this level. This will be the decider. If we don't make this structure here in the purple degree, if this structure is invalidated, we are going to see a significant move to the downside as far as New Zealand is concerned. So the next move here is to expect this one to come here and take this level here to confirm whether this structure is going to build, right? So that is New Zealand, Audi, simple as far as similar to New Zealand. There's Audi yen. So you're looking for this structure here. It could be an expanding flat This one should spend a bit of time here, drop this level. That will make an expanding or a running flat if it does not break the low. So either way, the structure should form. So we'll be looking for this one to come around this level. It's possibility that we can get up to as low as 87 on the daily on Audi yen. So those are the yen pairs. CAD yen. CAD yen, similarly, as you can see, we've already made an impulsive move to the downside. I'm going to go to the 4-hour. So we've made a move to the downside, and we are looking at this to be a three-wave structure. Okay, so these three waves here could still make a bounce. So we've got an impulsive move to the downside. We've got what looks like a three-wave structure here. So we're looking for this one to start continuing to the downside. So we could get this one doing this, and we'd have had a structure like this. Let's do this. Take this off. So if you look at that, we could have a complex B correction in the lower degree. So it will not be surprising to see a bit of a bounce before we drop either that or we are going for this one. But let's watch that one for a continuation to the downside. Right, gold, we've seen a bit of a pullback here. 1, 2, 3. Gold still looking pretty much bearish. Expect gold to continue dropping to the downside going into the new week. Similarly with silver, showing signs of bearish signs still. So we should still see silver continue to the downside. We're seeing this three-wave pullback. We're going to see this one come down here, take the low before we make a move like that. So if you're looking at the move that I'm focusing, it was based on the fact that we've had a pulsing move here, and we could be looking at this one as a three-wave structure here coming down like that. 1, 2, 3. Let's connect that ABC structure here. ABC. So could we be completing this B wave here as far as silver is concerned? So let's watch out for that structure. Likely that we can come and take this low. Right, so that is what we have on silver. Platinum, you've seen this one during trade recap, how we forecasted this move here from here. As you can see, we've already got that move, $100 move. We're seeing a pullback again. So it's natural to just expect this one to continue to the downside as forecasted. We're still on that move. That is platinum. Brent crude oil, you've seen this one during the forecast as well, where we forecasted this one on this three-wave structure here. There was a three-wave structure here, and then we've already dropped a couple of points to the downside. Still bearish, expect this one to continue to the downside in the new week as well. Now, pound Audi. Now, this is where it's interesting. Look at that 4-hour move, okay? Now, we have already reversed. If you look at this, just in the last 4 days of the month, we have reversed over, let's have a look, let's confirm. I don't want to say the wrong figures. 1,500 pips on pound Audi in just the last 4 days of the month. Is that a monthly reversal? Are we going to see a reversal here as far as pound Audi is concerned? Before I go through the analysis of the pound price, let me just show you the major reversals that have happened in the last 4 days of the month. Look at pound CAD, similar as well. Before we talk about the structure, let's just look at the moves, and then we're going to look at the structure. What does that mean as far as the structure is concerned? Look at pound CAD. Pound CAD has reversed 1,400 pips. Look at pound chief. That has been bearish for the last couple of years. So we've been bearish on pound chief for the last 2 or 3 years. Look at that, 800. This one is not okay. I think I've taken it from the wrong area. So from around this level, this one is reversed also about 870 pips in just the last 4 days. Pound New Zealand, I think pound New Zealand is the most significant one with over 1,800. Let's have a look at this one here. Over 1,800. Look at that, pound New Zealand. All right, so that is pound New Zealand. Let's have a look at, okay, we're going to get to, okay, let's do the euros so long. We're going to do the, just want you to see the reversals here on the euros. We've got the reversal. Now look at Euro Audi. Look at Euro Audi. But this is not in just the last. Euro Audi has been coming since end of August, beginning of September. Let's just have a look at that move here. Look at that, almost 1,000 pips as well. Euro Chief has been bearish for the last couple of months, has already reversed a couple of hundreds of pips, so this is only 300. But let's go through the pound pairs. What does this mean for the structure as far as pound Audi is concerned? Let's have a look at, firstly, I want to have a look at the most significant one, which is pound New Zealand, and I'm going to give you a clue what to expect next. All right, so as far as that is concerned, let's go to the monthly chart. Now, if you look at the monthly chart, that looks pretty small, right? All of a sudden it looks small, but that was a 1,800 pip move. What is the expectation? We've got a three-wave move. You've got a three-wave move, and the expectation is you're possibly going to have this move to the upside. That's another couple of thousands of pips to the upside. So if you look at that, the total move here is about 5,000. Out of that, we've already moved at half, almost half, just under half of that 4.6 possibility before we come to the downside. As I've always cautioned, knowing the direction is one thing, being able to execute it is another. So here, what this just means is we know what the structure is doing, and the structure is giving us what to expect as far as the trend is concerned. So we will be looking for opportunities to keep trading this one to the upside. We're not going to trade the whole 4,600 pip move in one go. We take this one as much as the indicator gives us entry opportunities based on our strategies. So that is the structure here on the monthly. Very simple structure. If you can look at this one here, 1, 2, 3. Possibility for this one to come around that level. If you look in the lower degree, you had 1, 2, 3 there, 1, 2, 3 there. So it's actually a simple structure here showing you a WXY structure there. Is that what we're gonna get? We'll look for opportunities here. Remember, this is a monthly chart, so this could take a couple of months. So we don't trade in the monthly, we trade in the 1-hour chart, 15-minute chart. That's where we get our entries. So if you needed to get this move here, you should have looked at this one here to have made 1, 2, 3 here. With this expanding flat, you would have at least get half of that, 1,800 pips, 900 pips, or 1,000 in that level. So what is the next move here? This should continue to push to the upside as this looks impulsive. This is 1, 2. The wave 3 is not done, so you could get shallow pullbacks to the upside until you get a deeper corrective structure. So that is a pound New Zealand. Pound CAD, similarly, pound CAD, let me show you again. This is the last one that I'm going to show you a monthly chart. So because we've been bearish on this one for the longest time. So have a look at this one here. So we have been looking for pound CAD to simply give us this structure here. You've got a pulsing move. You've got a 1, 2, 3 waves. Look at this one. Breaks the low here. We're simply expecting this on the monthly chart. So that's why we've been bearish pound CAD up until this level. Breaks this level. We are simply looking to build this structure. Okay. So as you can see here, it's a couple of hundreds of pips, about 1,600, 6,000 pips to the upside. So we'll be looking for that going into the new months. So let's have a look here for hour. So for hour, as you can see, we already have a reversal. All right, so we'll be looking for this one to continue. The wave 3 should continue. For a detailed structure on where to enter and when to exit as this is continuing to the upside, you can join our course. You can look at the plan that suits your needs. That is pound CAD, pound Audi. Let's have a look at pound Audi. So pound Audi, as you can see here, also a significant move. So look for pullbacks. Look for pullbacks, even shallow pullbacks, because we're still in wave 3 here. Some point here, we're going to get this deeper one. So this deeper one, for those that did not get the entry here, that's where the opportunity is going to lie for a move to the upside. So our members will get a head start on that because we're able to pick those moves to the ups before they happen. Pound Chief, we've been bearish for a while here. Now we've made a 1, 2, 3 move. Is this a 3-wave move, or is this going to make a 5-wave move? So if it's going to make a 5-wave move, we will see by shallow pullbacks that are confirmed by the indicator. But we've got what looks like a very interesting reversal in the last 4 days of the week. Pound New Zealand, we've already gone through that. Euro pairs, you've seen also how they have reversed. So expect the Euro pairs to also start continuing to the upside. What we have here on EuroCAD looks like we've got a 3-wave structure. Once we invalidate that this is not a 3-wave move, but rather a 5-wave move, we need to see here, get more data here. Our indicator needs to confirm. So we could be looking for this to continue to the upside. That's EuroCAD, Euro Audi, and Euro New Zealand will be similar to pound Audi and pound New Zealand. So look at that move here already from the end of August, we've already made quite a significant move to the upside. So this looks like an impulsive move. Any pullback, decent pullback or a corrective structure, we'll be looking for opportunities to ride that trend as far as Euro Audi is concerned. All right, so that looks like a reversal on Euro Audi. All right, Euro Chief, just like Pound Chief, looks like we're seeing a reversal. That's a three-wave structure so far. Any pullback will indicate that we are still making a move to the upside. Now, if you look at how this is reversed, if you look at just the divergence alone, just note that when I talk about divergence, I'm not talking about our indicator. I'm just referring to a simple divergence on the RSI. If you look at that, how we have been changing the trend. Even as this was going down, the trend was already changing from mid-August on Euro Chief. So we've got that move to the upside. We expect that this should continue to the upside going into the new month. Euro Pound, if we're expecting the pound pairs to make major reversals, we expect Euro Pound to also make a major reversal to the downside. So you will be bearish Euro Pound. Euro Pound, expect this to do that. So you're going to have a major move to the downside on Euro Pound. The structure is very easy. What I'm showing you here is simply just the direction. Euro New Zealand, expect just a pullback. We've already started with the impulsive move. So as I've indicated, those have made major reversals. Audi New Zealand continues to push to the upside. That tells you that New Zealand is going to continue to be weak. So this structure here is showing you that we still have an expanding flat, and we're still going to see more upside on Audi New Zealand. Audi CAD, the crosses now. The crosses are still almost all bearish. Nothing much has changed. If you look at Euro CAD, you've got a three-way move to the upside. It looks like we've got another 1, 2. We're looking for this one to come at least take the low here. Only then will we expect this to bounce here and still continue to the downside. And this is in the lower degree. It's only on the 4-hour. Audi Chief. Nothing new on Audi Chief. As you can see, it's just one bearish move to the downside. Still expecting that to continue lower. New Zealand CAD. So New Zealand CAD also, as you can see, they're just making this minor pullbacks and continuing in the prevailing direction of the trend, which is bearish. Nothing new to look at there as far as the crosses are concerned. Simple ones, pulsing move to the downside on New Zealand Chief, CAD Chief. CAD Chief, very likely that you can see CAD Chief make a bounce here to around this level, back to this level. But even if we do get a bounce to this level, we should still see this one continuing lower. That's that on the Forex and the commodity pairs. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. S&P 500, we've indicated last week that they could be making a double correction, or the move to the downside may have already started. So we've been looking at this one to have made a 1, 2, 3-wave move. Is this going to be now a WXY structure? So as you can see here, this is bearish to the downside. You should see a pullback here to continue to the downside, if that is the structure. But either way, this is still a bearish move. Any pullback here will just be a continuation move to the downside. So that is S&P 500, which will be the same as the Dow Jones Industrial and the Dow Jones Transportation, and the DAX will be similar as well, still also bearish. So let's have a look at the DAX here on the 4-hour. So the DAX, we've been expecting it to break this low and break this low and make this structure 1, 2, 3. That was the expectation. But when we came back for this one here, it changed the structure as far as the DAX is concerned. So as you can see here, any pullback on the DAX should be a continuation move to the downside. NASDAQ, obviously similar to the S&P 500, except this one is a sharp ABC move so far. Let's go to the daily as this one on the 4. So this is a simple ABC structure. We've started with 5 waves to the downside, a pullback here. So that's why you see the NASDAQ pushing lower like that. Even if we do get a bounce here, as far as the NASDAQ is concerned, we can still get this one continuing to the downside like that. Okay, so that is the DAX, the Nikkei, simply making this structure. So that's 1, 2, 3 there, 1, 2, 3 and there. And then we're expecting simply 1, 2, 3 as well. WXY corrective structure. So bearish on the indices, as you can see. And lastly, the Nifty. The Nifty is showing us a 3-wave structure, 1, 2, 3. Looks like we're going to start the drop here on the Nifty. We could be making this structure on the Nifty. So seeing this one come down here won't be a surprise, because that could be making just this WXY structure. Okay, so that's all I had for you this week. Guys, if you like our content, please give us a thumbs up, drop your comments, and hit that bell notification button so you get an alert the next time we upload a video. Have a great week. Trade responsibly. Bye-bye.